Board coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. Today's video is going to be short and it's going to be a little tutorial. I wanted to kind of brush up on the PWCC Eye Appeal stickers. Love them or hate them, value them or ignore them, no matter what your stance is on these three PWCC Eye Appeal stickers. You cannot deny the fact that the Eye Appeal stickers do lead to quite often, in fact, almost always, a higher sales price than the non-PWCC Eye Appeal stickers that sell on the exact same platform for the exact same cards. So this is going to be an education for me. I'm going to be on the PWCC website, screen sharing for you guys. If you're not familiar with the stickers or don't care about the stickers, stop watching, because that's really all this video is about. Looking at the stickers, what they mean, how to achieve one, and how they likely influence and affect the sales price of a card that's got a sticker attached to it. So first and foremost, the PWCC Eye Appeal stickers. Well, let me just show you how I got here. I went to browse, I went to how it works, and then I found my way here. They're discussing the PWCC Eye Appeal rating, and it's an industry first. So as far as I know, Collector's Vault's not doing this, Alt's Vault's not doing this. I might be wrong. I don't use those vaults at the moment, but if they do, I do apologize. I'm just familiar with the three PWCC stickers, and I'll just read to you guys. Clients frequently use the eye appeal of a card to determine its market value. And by clients, they mean buyers. And factors such as surface and centering relative to their peers of the same grade weigh heavily in these assessments. So the importance of that sentence is, if you see a card, it's a PSA 7, and it's, let's say, got a superior sticker, which you see on your screen over here, and that means that PWCC deemed it to be in the top 5%. The question is, top 5% of what? Top 5% of all of that particular card? No, only the top 5% of PSA 7s of that exact card. And so when PWCC slaps a sticker on there, they are comparing that PSA 7 with all the other PSA 7s that they have seen. If they have a 15% sticker, it's the top 15% of the other top PSA 7s of that card that they have seen. Same thing with 8s, same thing with 9s, same thing with 10s. I can tell you this. A lot of people seem to think that these stickers are thrown around loosely, very aggressively, willy-nilly. If that is a word that people still use in this generation, I don't think it is, but they don't throw them around willy-nilly, right? They are very judicious with the dispensation of these three stickers, especially the PWCC S sticker. And I can speak from experience. Number one, what has to happen? What types of cards will PWCC assign one of these stickers to? The first criteria is that the card's got to be worth $250. The second criteria is that it has got to be a 1986 or earlier card. That is a magical number for people like me because, fill in the blank, you guys know, 1986 Fleer is a big year for basketball card collecting. I talk about it all the time. You guys love the product. It's one of the greatest sets of all time. It matters. And so I'm going to take you back in a time machine to the year 2019 when cards really started to rise in value, and I made the decision to send all of my 1986 Fleer sets into PWCC's vault. When I did that, and I've gone through the details on a prior episode just talking about how I got those cards from Baton Rouge, Louisiana in my game room and two gun safes to Tigard, Oregon in this vault where they're climate controlled, safe, secured, insured, uploaded, all that stuff. I've talked about that in prior videos. What I want to stress is that I sent six complete sets with stickers of the 1986 Fleer cards. And out of that, let's see, what is 6 times 143? That's 600. That's 840. That's 858 if I did my math right down here in Louisiana. 858 cards I sent to PWCC's vault. And I am going to try to recall, I've since sold a bunch of those, so I can't pull them up. I am going to say I know I got one top 5% superior sticker out of 858 cards. Now remember, they're only assigning stickers and looking to possibly assign stickers to cards that are worth more than $250. But when you take into account that between a PSA 10 set, 2 PSA 9 sets, and 3 PSA 8 sets, that's a lot of cards over $250 in 6 1986 Fleer sets of those grades that I just listed. So you're probably talking about, you're probably talking about close to 75 to 100 cards. I probably got 8 to 10 total stickers, 8 to 10 total stickers, including the 13, the 15, and the 5. And I think I got one, and it was an Akeem Olajuwon 86 Fleer PSA 10 sticker that got a S, Superior Top 5% sticker. Just one out of all those cards that I sent, with probably pushing 100 of those cards being eligible. And remember, at the time, quite a few of the 1986 Fleer PSA 10 cards were $250 or more. Even commons were $250 or more. Like random commons, where some of those were pushing $250, $300, $400, $500. I mean, it was things were wild back then. And so, you know, out of maybe 100, I think it could be 100, 150 of them they probably looked at for stickers. I might have gotten 10 to 12 stickers. But let's talk about what the stickers mean. So number one, they're judicious about it. Number two, I just wanted you to know, 86 or earlier, right? If you send in a vintage card, yeah, they'll look at it as long as it's worth 250 bucks. So that's kind of it. They give you this nice little breakdown of eye appeal of vintage cards, and they use the 54 Hank Aaron rookie card here. And so they've looked at these cards right here. They've showed you what a PSA 5 below average looks like. That card's going to sell for a little bit less than the average Hank Aaron PSA 5. They show you what an average Hank Aaron PSA 5 looks like. They give you a top 30% PWCC A sticker, what that above average top 30% would look like, and then what a top 15% would look like, and then what an extremely special S top 5% sticker would look like here. That means that, you know, it would be in the top 5 if they looked at 100 of these rookie cards. It would fall within the 5 best looking from an eye appeal standpoint. They do go out of their way to make sure you guys understand, just because they slap a top 5% sticker on your 1954 Hank Aaron PSA 5, it doesn't mean you can send it to PSA, it's going to come back a 6, 7, or an 8. That's not what they're saying. They don't give any types of guarantees like that as far as what other people, it's just an internal eyeball observation by a PWCC constituent of that this card is within the top 5% of the cards that they've looked at in similar grade. But then they show you down here sort of based on actual PWCC sales. This is based on actual data that the PWCC A sticker, the top 30% cards, sell for about 115% of the average card. Looking to the left. The PWCC E sticker, top 15%, sell for about 130%. And then the PWCC S sticker, which again is very, very rare. I do these auction recaps every week. I look at vintage cards all the time. Go back and watch my videos. Go back and watch all these top 100 recap videos, and you'll see I don't see a PWCC S sticker very often. I go weeks without seeing a PWCC S sticker. Those are not handed out loosely, or to coin the new phrase that we're bringing back, willy-nilly. So 150% market average for those super, super clean pristines, and it can be even a greater disparity and a greater margin achieved when it's like a pop 2 card and only one of them's got the S sticker and the other one doesn't, and they're both in PWCC's vault. It can get a little bit crazy. Let's talk about the stickers themselves, because top 30% doesn't sound real special. I'll be honest with you, I don't think they give it to 3 out of 10 cards, at least based on my experience, because I remember how many I sent at one time. They looked at all of them, boom, here come the stickers. But in the opinion of PWCC Marketplace, the offered vintage card issued prior to 87, that's prerequisite 1, over 250, that's prerequisite 2, has an eye appeal and overall presentation above what is average to the assigned professional grade, that particular grade. On average, cards which receive our above average designation possess qualities inherent to approximately 70 to 85% of all examples of this specific trading card assessed at this specific grade level. So they may deem that it's in the top 16%. That would still get an A PWCC 30% because it doesn't meet the qualifications, you know, and again, we're splitting hairs here. It doesn't meet the standards for a top 15% eye appeal sticker. And then down here, same thing. They'll kind of talk you through, you know, what they think a top 15% sticker is. It's basically anything that they think is top 6% to top 15%, right? Because it's not quite top 5%, which would be an S sticker. And then down here, this is the disclosure I was telling you about. Basically, they're telling you we handle tons and tons of cards, and they do. And their staff has a unique opportunity to assess these cards based on purely eye appeal. My guess is a lot of this assessment has to do with the front of the card, the stickering, and the color, right? Which are sort of the things that make, you know, 86 and prior, especially the super, super old vintage stuff and the pre-war stuff. That's what makes them, you know, pop, right? Those things are the most noticeable. And I know corners are huge, right? I get that. And all of the subgrades are big. PWCC is not a professional grading company. They show you the disclosure. This certification doesn't mean, basically, it doesn't mean you can send it to PSA or BGS, crack it, and get some great grade. That's not what they're doing here. They explain the top 5% here. It means it's in the top 5% of the cards that they see. Modern cards present less variability within a grade than modern cards. And so what they did there was, there's a typo. It should say modern cards present less variability within a grade than vintage cards or pre-86 cards, because not all of those are vintage, because they are newer and typically have not endured the same physical challenges. It's true, right? Cards are more easily, they're printed at a higher quality, despite the fact that we bitch about Panini. They're better preserved from the jump. If you pull a valuable card out of a pack now, you're putting it in a penny sleeve and top loader. My grandfather was putting it in the bike spokes of his bike, right? Or if it was a sticker, he was putting it on his book or whatever, on his hand or his head or whatever, depending on how weird your grandfather was. While PWCC does not formally identify modern cards with above average eye appeal, investors use their own eye appeal on modern cards to make investment decisions, right? We do that all the time. I will do it. I'll give it a, Cajun cardboard eye appeal sticker. I don't actually slap a sticker on there, but I'll see a 9 that looks like a 10, or I'll see a 10 that looks like a 9, and I'll adjust my bids accordingly and expectations accordingly. Cards that present above average centering, color, corners, and edges for their grade may generate more interest. Well, yeah, no joke. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. Those are the 3 types of stickers. I did want to show you, I have 2 left, right? I only have 2 cards left. And again, remember, the majority of my collection is post-1986, which is why I always tell you guys, and I share with you guys, I am an idiot when it comes to these cards. That are vintage, that are pre-war, that I'm talking about on these auction recaps. I've never, averred that I am an expert on any of those cards, so I play dumb on those cards. But if we look at the cards that I have in the vault here, these are the only 2 I have left. One of them's a big one, and sticker matters, right? It helps me when it's a card this big and you've got a sticker. It can mean pretty significant margins. It's the 86 Fleer, and that's my 86 Fleer PSA 10. PWCC gave it a top 30% eye appeal sticker, and I can't disagree, because I think that the centering on this one is extremely special. I don't think it's a perfect card. I don't think it's a BGS 10 black label. I'm not naive. All these cards have flaws from 1986, but the centering on this one's pretty damn bang up and pretty dang good. And then the other one, I just got this, and I completely forgot that they even assigned eye appeal stickers, because I never send cards to my vault that are pre-1987 until I started collecting this Fleer set, this star run for the Jordans. I wanted to get all 25 Jordans in BGS 8.5, so this is just one of the Jordans, and it's actually a big one. It's his second year base card. It's the 117. It's a BGS 8.5, and PWCC determined that this particular card, in their opinion, based on eye appeal, is within the top 30% of the 1985 star number 117 BGS 8.5s that they look at. You can see always if a card has a sticker by looking at the front. If you look at that little sliver between the label and then where the card sleeve actually starts, you can see the tip of the bottom of the back of the sticker. So if you look at the back, boom, that's where they slap these stickers. So that's your sticker right there. PWCC deemed it an A, right? And so I was pleasantly surprised, and when I got this and I saw it uploaded into my vault, that's when it clicked. Man, look, I forgot about these stickers completely. Let me go look at the stickers. Let me go see what the cards sell for, if it sells for more. Let me see what PWCC says about them. And so that's what's led me to this little short video. So 13 minutes in, that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the PWCC stickers. Love them, hate them, don't give a damn. Do you factor that in when you're bidding? Do you expect more when you're consigning? Do you completely ignore it and bid just like it was a regular card, or do you use it as a supplement, just like a Mike Baker sticker? Does it mean more than a Mike Baker sticker? Does a Mike Baker sticker mean more? Does neither sticker mean anything? Do you use your own eye appeal, which I highly suggest, to trump both of these, and just use these as a supplementary, substantiation of what you perceive with your own eyeballs? I always say I use my own eyeballs. I use the eyeball test when I'm assessing NBA talent and prospecting. I use my own eyeballs when I assess cards as well. Again, it's no different than a grader from PSA, except that they probably take a little bit more time. One would hope that the actual grader at BGS or PSA or CSG or SGC or whatever the hell you're grading with would take a little bit more time than PWCC does. But let me know how you feel as far as priority. Is it your opinion of what the card condition is, then PSA or BGS or SGC, then Mike Baker, or then PWCC, then Mike Baker, or vice versa? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully this video was helpful to some of the newer collectors out there, if you've been doing this forever, this is not revolutionary. This is not the most revealing or entertaining or helpful video. But if you're new to it, you may not have really understood exactly what these stickers are for and why some cards don't get it. In other words, if you got a 2018 Doncic silver that you think is perfect and you're bitching because you didn't get a sticker, it's not because that PWCC doesn't love it or because it wasn't bang on centering. It's because they don't give stickers to post 1986 cards. They just don't. So I don't know how they chose that 1986 as the cutoff year. And then the question remains, I wonder if they'll adjust that. Will they move that to 95? Will they move to 90? Will they move to 89? Will that ever move, or is it always going to be 86 and prior because that's where they just logically decided to make the cutoff? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, and I'll ask my people at PWCC if they ever have any intention of changing that. That's a good question. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby, and peace.